horn. Is your horn tingling? Let's rub horns. Horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up. We are Unicorn Podcast.
Hello to you, Unicorn Fart Dust family. Well, the crypto market is getting clobbered again. We're going to talk about what's happening, but even more important, why. And I think there's two big reasons why we're seeing this little bit of a downdraft in the overall crypto markets, which of course is temporarily impacting our coin, Unicorn Fart Dust. But we're also going to talk about our resilience and some data that we're getting, some recognition that we're getting that I think indicates we are in for good times to come. Is your horn tingling? It's Monday morning. It's what? Oh, it's December 1st. Happy December. You never know where we will be on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2025. I think we've got a lot of things to look forward to, but in the meantime, we got to deal with another, what do you call it, bloodbath? I won't call it a crash, but some bad things happening in the overall crypto market. Let's go out to CNBC, and then we're going to talk about the reasons why this is happening and what we can expect as we move through the rest of the year and into 2026. Here's an article from CNBC. Bitcoin, Ethereum fall sharply as crypto sell-off resumes, whatever. Bitcoin and Ethereum fell sharply on Monday morning, welcoming everyone back from the Thanksgiving holiday. Those of you who celebrated that. Risk-off sentiment in broader markets, okay, that's another reason why this is going, hangs over digital assets as sell-off resumed in December. In Asia, shares of digital assets related stocks dropped after the People's Bank of China warned of illegal activity. Okay, so we've got the overall markets that are moving into, let's say, a risk-off posture that is affecting crypto. We've got China, and there's a lot more big reasons why this is going on. I don't know, is crypto, I've always heard that crypto's illegal in China, but now they're talking about digital asset related companies in Hong Kong. So apparently that's not a good thing for crypto either. However, I think I highlight, yeah, here we go. All the things we talked about, but I thought this was very pertinent and a big warning for you. Speaking with CNBC's Squawk Box Europe on Monday, he, being Ben Imans, highlighted the sizable leverage across Bitcoin exchanges. This shocked me, which is up to 200% in some instances, with an estimated 787 billion outstanding leverage in perpetual crypto futures against some 135 billion outstanding in ETFs. That's almost $1 trillion. You can do this math, Iman said. There's still a lot of leverage in Bitcoin out there. What we can expect to some more of these liquidations. That doesn't make sense. If Bitcoin prices don't get off their lows from here, they are talking about 200% leverage. Okay, guys. And then, so that's reason number one. Look, please, 200% leverage means this. Let's make believe you're very wealthy and you have, let's say, $100 million. Okay. And you want to make a bet on Bitcoin. But instead of just buying Bitcoin with your 100 million, congratulations, by the way, you decide to use leverage and you use 200% leverage, which means you just don't buy 100 million worth of Bitcoin. You buy 300 million worth of Bitcoin, but you borrow that 200 million against the 100 million. That works great if Bitcoin goes up, right? Because you've got now exposure to 300 million worth of Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin goes down by 33%, know that it can do, you get completely wiped out because your 100 million in equity in that trade is basically gone at that point. Your $300 million trade is now only worth 200 million. the guys at the brokerage house are calling you saying you just been liquidated. That's what that means. Please, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell stocks, bonds, mutual funds, get engaged, adopt a puppy, do anything what I say. But I can say this, my opinion about leverage, and in particular with crypto, is please be very, very careful. Crypto is risky enough. Crypto is volatile enough that you can get wiped out very easily if you use leverage. Yes, sure. There's a few people out there that do very well, right? And like to brag and post pictures on their timeline of, look, I made, 5,000% on this trade. That's great. But just remember, leverage always, it's a sword, but the sword cuts both ways. Trust me, whether it's options, leverage, if you're going to do that, be very, very careful. Always factor in what the worst case scenario could be, which certainly could be that you could get liquidated. My heart goes out to anyone who's been liquidated. Apparently there were like 400, 500 million just last night, again, alone. And what that does is it puts big downward pressure on, in this case, we're talking about Bitcoin, because people have to sell to get out of their position. So again, please, and that's a big reason why we're seeing this downdraft. It accentuates the downdraft. Now, I don't expect the crypto world to change based on what I'm saying, but maybe you can find it useful. You make your own decisions, make your own, trades, use leverage, whatever floats your boat. But the only thing I would recommend is always plan, especially if you're going to use any type of leverage, on what the worst case scenario could be. The other big thing, and I'm going to explain this to you, okay, because you're going to start hearing about it more and more, is the unwinding of the Japanese yen carry trade. That's another big factor that's affecting not just the crypto market, but the general markets as well. This comes from the Kobeissi letter. They're one of the most respected, highly respected financial firms out there. Well, this goes back. Let's finish up on the leverage. Bitcoin falls 4,000 in 2 hours as mass liquidations return. There it is right there. 400 million worth of leverage longs have been liquidated over the past 60 minutes. Let's see if this next one, here we go. Next one, now we're going to move into the Japanese carry trade. He says, Bitcoin did not crash. Yep, right screen's up. Okay. It was executed. The weapon, Japanese government bonds. On December 1st of this year, Japan's 10-year yield, that was today, hit 1.877%, the highest level since June of 08. Okay, since June of 08. The 2-year bond touched 1%, a level not seen since before Lehman fell. And for those of you who don't remember, that was the great financial crisis of 07 and 08. This triggered the unwinding of the largest arbitrage trade in human history, the yen carry trade. And we're going to explain it. I'm going to explain to you. It's very easy to understand. Conservative estimates of $3.4 trillion, but realistic estimates of $20 trillion tied up in this Japanese yen carry trade, which again is unwinding, making people sell. For 30 years, the world borrowed free Japanese money to buy everything, tech stocks, treasuries, and Bitcoin. What this means is this, very simply. The Japanese yen carry trade means that the Japanese interest rates were at 0% for a long, long, long time. Again, let's go back to our example. Let's say you're one of those rich people, a hedge fund, institutional money that has access to this cheap money. You could borrow Japanese yen, okay? Let's say we'll use $100 million again. You're a hedge fund manager. You can borrow $100 million of Japanese yen at 0% interest. You can then take that 100 million and you're paying 0% interest on it, okay? And you can use that to invest. You could put it into another different government bond that's paying 3%. So you're going to make $3 million a year, okay? Because you're going to earn $3 million on the that you invest, and you're paying 0% on the money you borrowed in Japanese yen. People also did it apparently with Bitcoin, okay? But now the interest rates on the Japanese yen the interest rates to borrow Japanese yen are suddenly going up, up, up. So that means that trade is no longer attractive. So that 100 million that you borrowed, right, when you get to a point where you're like, well, you know what? Now I got to pay 2% on that money, and I'm only earning 2%. It's getting risky. It could actually go upside down. I'm getting out. I'm selling, right? And if you use that money to buy Bitcoin at 110,000, and now 110,000, and now Bitcoin's at 80,000, and the interest rate on that money that you're borrowing in Japanese yen is going up, you might just pull the plug and say, you know what, I'm getting out of it. It's unwinding, and it is absolutely massive. You're going to hear more and more about the Japanese yen carry trade unwinding, and it's another factor that's putting pressure on crypto as well right now, and in turn, unicorn fart test. All right. You can go out, you can ask Google AI. I basically just shared with you the details. That's the Japanese yen carry trade explanation. They'll give you a good explanation. I wanted to confirm that. Here's Radar with Archie. Bitcoin falls 4,000 in 2 hours. Japanese 2-year yield rises to 1% for the first time since 2008. This is big news. On top of that, we're getting some negative econ news out of China, which is one of the world's driving economies. Their factory activity unexpectedly contracts. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just telling you guys what is going on out there right now, and this will impact Bitcoin in overall crypto and unicorn fart dust, right? Because these macro events, the macro situation does have an impact, and it filters down ultimately. Now, unicorn fart dust, right? We are a community-driven coin, and I'll say it many times now in the next 5 or 10 minutes in this live stream. I believe that we can definitely, as a community, as a project, and we've been saying this for months, right? Eventually, as more and more UFD holders buy the coin, buy the beans, hold the beans, right, and decrease the level of supply available on the market to be traded, that we can create our own little insulated Web3 ecosystem. I do wholeheartedly believe that, where we can become less impacted by what goes on in the general macro environment. Guys, look, we're still number 1,000, roughly, maybe 1,024. I looked this morning because I follow it closely. We're basically in the top 1,000 of all cryptos that have ever been created. What did we talk about yesterday? 28 million. That makes us like 1 in 28,000. Okay. If you're at an NHL hockey arena that's got 30,000, 28,000 people in it, that means we represent the top one out of that 28,000. We're a top one grouping out of, imagine, look around. Hey, we're at a hockey game together. We got some popcorn, a Pepsi. I love Pepsi. And we're watching the game. There's 28,000 people. Those represent all the crypto in the world. And we're the 1 out of 28,000. We're in that echelon. All right, or 1 in 26,000. But you get the point. 1 in 20,000. I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's us. That's big. It's a big accomplishment, and that's something that we will hold on to, I believe, because of the robustness and the resilience of this community. And we're coming up on being 1 full year low, 1 full year old. All the people that are out there, all the other coins, all the other projects that were created over the last year, right? I think we're definitely, think about it. I mean, hold on, let's do some math. What's 1 in 28,000? Let me get my calculator out here. Hold on 1 second. I'll show you the result. 1 divided by 28,000. Oops. We are in the top 0.00004%. 0.0000357, which is, we'll round that up, percent of all the cryptos out there. That's a big accomplishment. That's a big deal. And when we factor in all the other projects that have been created since we've been created over the last year, probably 10 million more crypto. I think when I first started, there were like 14 million, 18 million crypto, right? I think unbelievable what this project has accomplished. It's only because of the work of you, me, we. Buy, hold, build. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Always be responsible. But what has happened is that we've had many people buy our coin and hold on to it extremely tightly. The statistics don't lie. The percentage of coins owned by our top 100 wallets, top 250 wallets is huge, like 2/3 or more. And the fact that of those wallets, most of those people are diamond hooved dusters. You know what a diamond hooved duster is? Yeah, we stole that. We made it our own. That's our original diamond hooved, right? It means instead of being diamond handed, we've got diamond hooved. And the more and more people, the longer we go. All right. Don't forget the Lind effect. Okay? Anything that's non-perishable, and that would include UFD. Perishable means like this: my daily banana. I'm about there. It's perishable. The Lindy effect does not apply to a banana, but it does apply to a crypto project because we don't have a natural, God-given time on how long we last. We are non-perishable. The longer something lasts, the more likely it is to continue to be successful and to last for longer. Okay. Look, in the world of crypto, right, the crypto time warp, I guess you called it, occurs. People tell me it's like worse than dog years. Like a month in crypto is like a year in the real world, right? So, the Lindy effect is accelerated within the world of crypto. Well, I can't guarantee anything. You know that. But what I can observe day in and day out is a community, that exhibits robustness, that keeps attracting attention. And I'm going to show you a few ways we are attracting attention right now. Let's go out and take a look at this first post that we have from Crypto Bowls. Hold on here. Losing connection. Hopefully, yep, there you go. Crypto Bulls, who has how many followers? 141,000 followers. They put out a post yesterday, who's the king of the meme coins, and it's not just a post. They took the time to make a picture as well, and look who they put right in the middle. Oh, the meme king. Everybody knows Susie's the queen. Jasper's the king here, but there we are right there. Now, let's move over to the next one. This comes from HTX. How many followers do you think HTX has? HTX is an exchange that listed us purely organically, and HTX has only 1.7 million followers. They're absolutely huge. They put out this post: which crypto dominates in December? And who do they put prominently at the top? Let's get out the virtual crayons. You found us. You saw us. There we are, right at the top, right by our friends, Pudgy Penguins. Okay, hold on a second here. Do I have a penguin on my shoulder? Pirates, they walk around with parrots on their shoulder. Well, me, right there, you can see him. Our friend Pengu, Lucanet, sent me a giant penguin, which I proudly display. You wouldn't believe how big that thing is. See it back there? It's like the size of a Honda. All right. It came to my local UPS store, and the guy called me and said, I've never had this happen before, but we got a box here that's too big for us to get through our front door. I said, I'll be right up. I go up, and there's like a giant truck there with this thing, and the guy's like, I can't get that in your minivan. I'm like, you bet you can. You can get anything in the minivan. And then Susie and I brought this guy down the steps, and I feel fortunate that neither of us had a broken bone, and that we didn't get a divorce. Anyway, that's our friends Pengu. While we're on the subject of that, I want to say thank you to channel sponsor Ledger. I'm down here because of the support of the sponsors, and Ledger is a great company. I went to their corporate headquarters. Great people. I was talking to one of the executives from there the other day, and I was like, one of the biggest takeaways I have are the quality of the people that work at Ledger. Genuine, good, smart people. There's no wonder, right, that what they're doing with crypto security is leading the way. Over 20% of the world's crypto is secured by Ledger. Their signer devices, right? The new Nano Gen 5, the Ledger Flex, are industry leaders, and their new Ledger Wallet app allows you to do everything within the safe and secure Ledger ecosystem. And our friends at MoonPay, thank you, MoonPay, for your support. I get a weekly email from MoonPay. It's every week there's new partnerships, new announcements, new things they're doing to make crypto better. On top of the fact that they're like the leading on-ramp, right, for people that want to convert fiat into crypto. They're adding value to crypto, bringing more people into crypto, right? More money into crypto. That's what we all want. That makes the crypto adoption rate grow and grow. And when people have good experiences with companies like MoonPay, like I did almost 1 year ago when I created Unicorn Fart Dust, it brings people like me that had never been into crypto into crypto. I call them the entry door into crypto that's doing a heck of a lot more on top of that. But we need to get people through the door first. Thank you to MoonPay and to Ledger for your generous sponsorships. Let's go take a look at this one. And then I've got a horror story for you. Here we go. One more. This one came from Whale Satoshi. We love you, Whale Satoshi. 147,000 followers. One gem from this list is going to make 100x by December. Guess which one it is? And look at that big, long list. You know, we love you, Whale Satoshi. But we made the list at the very bottom. So next time, Whale Satoshi, please, you're going to put something out. We want to be closer to the top. And then there's our friend Maritime Wrath out there. The community is on fire, building a fantastic foundation for 100x with sustainability to 1,000x, building day by day. Long-term reliability is what this space needs, and that's what UFD will give it. Wow. Airy fairy. Okay. UFD will do either in December or next year. It has all the right ingredients to break. Look at you guys, man. This is awesome. Okay. Nope. I see UFD. You're good. And they bring up a great point. That is what we bring to crypto. Crypto needs reliability and fairness, right? It's complicated. I watched an interview last night with some crypto leaders. Like, it's too complicated. I agree. Right? It's all this crazy stuff that some people talk about. We, right, are aligned perfectly with the original ethos of crypto, of what Satoshi Nakamoto meant crypto to be. Sure, we're on the Solana blockchain. Sure, we were created on Pump Fund. But from day one, this community, this project has been perfectly in alignment with what crypto is supposed to be. People want easy. Think about if you know somebody around my age or maybe older that comes into crypto, right? Are they going to want some crazy complicated project that not even most people in crypto can understand, or what they're going to do and whatever, and all this fancy crazy terminology? No. Simple, powerfully simple, straightforward, deliberate. Like Jack Dorsey said about Bitcoin, I feel like UFD is very deliberate, to the point, not screwing anything up. Okay. We don't need to do anything fancy. We don't need to do any leverage or any great. No, our opportunity that we give to people is a very simple story from day one. And Almost Boomer created a crypto as an experiment, and a wonderful group of people took over the project essentially from day one and made this into what it is today. A project that's very, like, if you want to be a part of UFD, it's very complicated. Okay. Very complicated. If you want to be a part of this project, you have to basically purchase at least one Unicorn Fart Dust coin. We call them beans. And then you're part of a team. You're part of a group of people that believe that you can be fair, you can be honest, you can have integrity, and you can succeed while you are doing it. Okay. If crypto's going to succeed, UFD needs to succeed. I've been told that by very big people in the crypto industry. right? When it comes to being a people's coin, there's no one who can claim that title above us. Yes, there's other great communities, there's other people's coin, but nobody can say they're more of a people's coin than UFD. And I don't think anybody can say that they're more straightforward, honest, right? Act with integrity and have a project that is, I mean, we're so different in so many ways. There's no money behind this, guys, and that's a good thing. Okay? We're like the kid that grew up poor in the Dominican Republic and had one baseball that maybe was made out of bound up duct tape or whatever, but went out, played, practiced every day, okay? And ultimately became more successful than anyone in Major League Baseball. That's us. Okay, we didn't have rich parents that sent us to the world's best baseball academy, but then we were too lazy to practice, and all that promised greatness never. No, we're the project. It's a strength that we have, that we didn't start with a big celebrity. You got a celebrity now. Basement Ron. Yeah, I'm joking. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not that good looking, and I'm not that funny. Okay, a little funny. Well, I think I'm funny. Nonetheless, we didn't have any big venture capital money behind us. We didn't have some big team of people. No, paid people. We had a team. We had a herd, right? And that's the community that built UFD and will continue to build UFD. No guarantees, right? I'm not a financial advisor. Always be responsible. But when we take a step back and look at from many different perspectives how unique this project is and what has been accomplished already and what we feel we can accomplish in the future, I remain optimistic. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, YouTube, Unicorn Fart Dust. It's a big pink banner. That'll help us get the word out to more and more people, more and more of those buttercups out there who've yet to buy their first UFD beans. All right, guys, take care. Thanks for being here, okay? Be good to yourself. That will give you a platform from which you can be good to other people, and I will see you, yes, you, next time. Thank you.